want to understand is how do you now take your knowledge to the next level? How do you become an expert, right? So that might be the question that a lot of you might have. So you can, to pick up the training, you can enroll for a training program. I do training programs from my side, and there are trainings available at different centers also. So you just take up a training program, and end of the training do a certification. Now, no matter where you take the training, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind, right? To become an expert, you have to be an expert. Okay. Right now, I have more than 20 people sitting on this. Now, out of these 20, there can be people who will just listen to it and they will forget it, right? And there will be one or two of them who will actually, in few months' time, they will become an expert actually in Salesforce, right? So everyone does not become an expert, right? So becoming an expert is something which will come from your end, that does not depend on anyone else. So that is not an external thing, that is something which will be an internal matter, right? So you have to develop interest. I try from my side to build your interest into the subject matter. You have to build interest, you will have to work on the practical side of it. During the training program, I share a lot of scenarios. I will give you scenarios. You will have to show your interest. You will have to build more on that. You will have to go back and talk with your batchmates after the session. So it depends whether you spend your time after your training program, whether you spend time on it or you just come, attend, listen to the session, go back. So this is not a TV serial that you come and listen and then go back, right? So you just have to spend some time after that. You will have to do your hard work. Then you will become an expert, right? So that is one part, your hard work. Second important factor for you to become an expert or to learn it properly, you need a good trainer. That is very important. Nowadays what happens is most of the training centers, I would not say all of them, but at least 99% of them just have some sort of settlement done. They just put some sort of a trainer into place and they start doing the training program. And that trainer, interesting part is that sometimes these trainers also do not have any practical experience, right? And they start training you from the basics. They will take you 1 month just to tell you the basics and all those things, and by the time the basics are covered, you will lose interest. Practical aspect never comes because the trainer himself is a pretty fresher guy or something. So that will be very important. Choose the right kind of a trainer and the training center. Just don't go by the looks of the receptionist or the counselor that you talk to, right? They might be there might be very wonderful words or wonderful faces that you fall for, but don't go by that. Choose the right kind of a trainer. And one more important thing would be the kind of audience who attends the session with you. That is very important, right? Try to get engaged with that audience, and after the training also try to fix up a time, discuss on the scenarios. That is very important, very, very important, right? Because only listening to the sessions is going to be one way thing. You sitting alone and thinking on the scenarios, that might sometimes become again a little bit boring and all. But if you are able to connect with the other person who attends the session with you, connect with him over Skype. If he is not available, connect with him over Skype. Connect it at 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the night. Half an hour discussion every day. Think of solution. Hey, I came up with this idea. What do you think? Will this work? Right? So 3 factors to become an expert. Number 1, your dedication. Number 2, good trainer, good training institute. Third, take up a very good, try to have good batchmates. Okay. That is something which does not depend on you, but yeah, if you are able to leverage that part, that will be really helpful, right? And it's not just that part, that you are able to discuss things with batchmates. If you are interacting with your batchmates, and if you are steadily in touch with them, you also get to kind of build a good network. Some of you sitting here have 8-9 years experience also. There are people who are sitting in this session right now who are working at project manager level, and there are people who are just freshers. So if you are building network, definitely these people with 8-9 years experience can help you at some point of time. So that is something that I'm just saying that. All right. Now that is it. If you intend to take a training program, usually a developer training program takes 4 to 5 weeks, whether you take a weekend session or a weekday session, right? So it depends how do we break the sessions. There are a few upcoming batches that I'm planning to start. Anyone who feels interested can just let me know. You guys have my email ID. So there will be a batch that I would start that will be a weekday Monday to Friday batch, 8:30 p.m. India time. So this will be 8:30 to 10. It starts on 11th of August. There's a morning batch which starts on 18th of August, that is 7 a.m. India time. Okay, this is the weekday morning batch, Monday to Friday. So these are the two weekday batches, Monday to Friday batches available. So in these batches, what we do 1.5 hour session every day. We connect for 1.5 hour every day. Apart from these two, there is a weekend batch option which is available, which starts on August 9th. The time will be 8 a.m. IST. Okay. This weekend batch is a classroom or online. Both the options are available. And classroom is only available for Bangalore because I stay in Bangalore. So people outside Bangalore, they would need to connect online only. So for the weekend batch, or you can pick these online batches. And there is one more fast track batch which is on these days, which starts on August 9th, and these are the 2 weekends. So it will get over in 2 weekends, August 9th, 10th, 15th, 16th, 17th. We connect for 8 hours every day and we finish it off, right? For people who feel that they have an urgent requirement can join this fast track batch as well, right? So these are the batches which are available. So anyone who feels that they are not able to find a better trainer somewhere else, in case you find a better trainer, you have a good guy who can train, who has experience, absolutely fine. Please go ahead, join there. If you feel that no, you are stuck, you are not able to find a good trainer or a good training institute, please feel free to contact me and you can attend one of these batches, right? So don't go by, some of us are very lazy, right? Some of us are so lazy that they will say, no, I need a training institute which is 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers from my place, and I want to see the sit in a classroom and then learn. See, the classroom training will be very will have a very limited approach, limited scope. First, the trainer who comes to a classroom, chances are rare that this guy works in some company, because people who are working in some company who have a full-time job and all that stuff might not have that time to come to a classroom and sit and train. So just for the sake of viewing the watching the face of the trainer face to face, sitting right in front of the trainer and listening to him, who is again not as that, who's not again that experienced and all, that will not be the real reasonable thing. In case you get someone who is training in an institute, sitting in a classroom, and he is really good, go for that. Otherwise, join one of these batches. All right. Now, just one last slide that I have here before I put get into the questions part. There are a few value adds that I provide during my training programs. So this is the slide where I do a bit of marketing for myself. So I hope you guys don't mind it. So I'll just talk on this slide for 2 minutes, not take too much of your time. So what value adds do I provide, or what value adds you need rather, right? So there is a certification assistance program that I do. End of the training, I give you a certification assistance through mock tests. Okay. So what are these mock tests? Mock test is just a replica of the Salesforce actual certification. So which gives you a complete feel of how your certification is going to be. These mock tests are very helpful in your certification. So this is what I do. I provide you some sample resumes. Okay, out of my all this training experience, out of all these years I've trained, I've realized that people get stuck into preparing a good resume, right? Especially the ones who are planning to put some fake experience in their resume, and that's pretty much fine. If you want to put some fake experience, it's absolutely fine till the time you can clear the background verification, right? So the sample resumes thing is there. I provide you with certain sample resumes which help you to build your own resume. So that is the second kind of value add that I provide apart from the training that we are talking about. I discuss live scenarios during this training program. So during the training program, I discuss some live scenarios. In fact, I do some special sessions where I discuss about a few scenarios. Now, why do I discuss about these scenarios? This is a win-win situation. I discuss about scenarios that I have got from my clients. I told you, right? I have got into an implementation consulting of Salesforce. So I have my own firm. So because I have my own firm, I have requirements also from my clients. This live scenario discussion, when I do, I call a special session. I invite you guys to come and attend that, and there we do the discussion. So I give you that this is what my client is asking for. I give you that scenario. You guys suggest me solution. So advantage that I get is I get to know your perspectives and I get to design better solution for my client. Advantage that you get is you get your practical scenarios in front of you, right, which will help you learn more, and that also helps you go ahead and click interviews properly. Recorded session. Now this is a big advantage that I feel. When you attend these sessions, like today's session, whenever you are attending a session, there are chances that after the sessions are over, let's say 1 month, 4 to 5 weeks, I said 5 weeks of training you did. After that, you started searching for jobs and all. There is a chance that you, in these 5 weeks, you might have forgotten some of the topics that were discussed in the initial sessions. Possible, right? We are not supercomputers or whatever. So these recorded sessions, the concept is, initially I never used to provide these recorded sessions, but then I realized that some of the candidates really struggle after the end of the training. They struggle with the basic concepts because all this time they have forgotten, right? Every day when you are learning new things, the chances are there that you might have forgotten a few things. Recorded session, the sessions that we do, I do a recording of all the sessions and I share the recording with you, right? That is just a value add. Not required. I don't think how many people do it and all, but I do it because I want to make sure that you guys learn it. For me, it is not important that you are coming to me to learn and you are just paying the fee and my job is done. For me, as I told you, if you learn it, you should be able to help me in some way. You will be able to help me in some way. When my client requires a resource, you should be available. If I have a project, I want you to work, you should be available. Definitely you will get paid for that, but you should be available for that, right? And that will happen only if you are pretty ready. So these recorded sessions are to boost up your training program. Apart from that, these are simple things. I provide a very friendly learning environment to make sure that you are learning it. You not feel pressurized to come into the session. So I make sure that we are having enough humor in the sessions also. Practical approach, projects to better understand concept. You have opportunities to collaborate and build networks. So this is again one good point, because in my training programs we have candidates coming from US, UK, Australia and India. So I have different people coming from different countries, different levels. So you have that opportunity to collaborate with these people, right, and learn more, right? Let's say there is one candidate who is from Siebel background, there is another one from Oracle background, and you are from no background. I mean, you are just in BTech. So you always have, you are learning Salesforce in the session, and if you are doing enough networking and collaboration, you always have the scope of learning a few aspects of other softwares also. That how Salesforce is better than Oracle, why not Oracle? Those sort of things also you can learn, right? And you have the opportunities to enhance your skills talking to others. So that is the thing. So overall, that's about my nice things about me. I think here we are on the question answer session. So this is again where I'll talk about any